Hey, everybody, I'm reporting for duty. Doctor's in. Nice to be back. Welcome to the club. It's a big club, and everyone's invited. So, we're all coping. It's nice to be in the spring, though, isn't it? This winter was the longest one I've ever known. I think people called it the long winter, or they may have just called it long. I don't know if you're familiar with that term. The doctor's in. What is up? There's a lot of stuff. Of course, we have a lot to catch up on. Enjoying the spring, enjoying allergies. I'm enjoying the gym and the sauna lately, and I hope there's a lot of people that can give testimony to that sort of thing. Does anyone give testimony to God in the sauna? Well, you don't really need to. We're all already living testimony. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Macro, what's up, Nasty? How you doing? A legend of the realm. I really appreciate that, Fox. You're an OG kind of guy, aren't you, Fox? So, I'm back on streaming. Got a show and some videos getting prepared for everybody. Just a quick update. But I really feel sick if I'm not streaming for a while. If you stream too much, you feel sick. If you don't stream enough, you feel sick. The family is still in Kuwait, but things are, I guess, a lot less hot over there. Just an update on the family and everybody. Rotated. So that's, at least it's okay. The airport is opened up over there, so it looks like things aren't as really stressful as they were. You know how it is. But I'm happy to be back. There's a sickness you get if you're off for a while. I like to bitch and moan about talking about topical stuff. But then if I don't talk about it, I get sick. So, the doctor's in. You may recall Dr. Zhivago from, I don't know, 62? Or 64. 65, something around there. David Lean, if anyone recalls. Today is, I don't really want to say it, but May Day. It's a communist holy day. It celebrates ethnic cleansing and genocide and industrial abuse and, this and that, and starvation, famine on the scale of millions and millions. But I'm not trying to get heavy. I'm just saying I haven't watched Zhivago in a while because it makes me crazy. So this isn't, Dawned, I almost put Trivago on there. I'm glad you mentioned that. But Dr. Zhivago really reminds me of the world that we're living in, because it's about the world that we're living in. It was shown to me as a child back in the day by my father, who is a specialist on communism and especially Russia. So I started my education at the beginning of my life when it comes to communists. And of course, the Russian Revolution, which is portrayed in Dr. Zhivago. Remember, everybody, David Lean, right? David Lean directed that one. You may recall him from many, many things, many things. What did we watch? Wasn't Oliver Twist. What was the other one? Never mind, I don't remember. I guess he's most famous for Lawrence of Arabia and The Bridge on the River Kwai and many, many, many other real classics. But Omar Sharif, an old Egyptian gambler and a good actor. Julie Christie, I don't know if people remember her. And Alec Guinness is in the movie also. And also, oh my God, I'm really cooked. Ralph Richardson. And Klaus Kinski, forced labor. You remember that scene on the train? You see, Dr. Zhivago is enough to make you sick. It's enough to make you crazy, because you see everything that's happening in this in your realm at the moment from 100 years ago. And you get a nice heads up. Everything, all of your worst nightmares are portrayed in that book in the movie years and years and years ago. But it really put things in perspective in terms of communism, which is Satanism. It is what it is. There's no other place that philosophy of controlled chaos and order, it can come from nowhere but hell. A man's mind doesn't come up with new tortures. I don't believe that. I used to believe that when I was a kid, that men and women are just animals. We're all just chimps and all that stuff and all that junk. And we're just evil, so everything's evil, this and that. But I don't believe that anymore. The ideas of communism and socialism and name whatever ideology you wish, they come from hell. They are technologies of controlled chaos and order that can only be devised in a realm that delights and is nourished by the suffering, the perpetual cycle of suffering in this world. But Dr. Zhivago is really crazy. I'm always afraid to watch it because it makes me crazy. And even listening to, let's say, Lara's theme, and I don't know if you guys recall that. I guess we could play it right now, but who knows what would happen. You see, it's enough to make you crazy, even hearing it. Well, I guess if you watched it as a kid and the movie drove you crazy. But I guess just imagine the theme, if you will. You just look it up. But anytime you're in a funk, you could put on Lara's theme. You could watch Dr. Zhivago. I would really consider it. And the cinematic devices especially, with Alec Guinness, Zhivago's brother, high up in the chain of command in the Communist Party. I don't know exactly how to describe the cinematic devices. I don't have the articulation for it. It's almost like not second person camera, but well, you look it up. Or we'll watch it maybe. Maybe we'll just watch it on here. But every time May Day comes around, you can hear the old Internationale, Lee, and you can hear them. And they sang. They sang in tune after the revolution as well, which was a nightmare. Oh, Rod Steiger, also. It was a heavy movie to watch as a child, I'll be honest with you. It might be the first time I saw death. What's up, Berserk? It might be the first time I saw death as a child portrayed in a movie. Either it was Godfather 1 with the death of Corleone, or what's freaking Mr. Butterfingers, Marlon Brando. Or it could have been the death of Zhivago at the end of this movie, which is, I guess, not exactly a spoiler. It was so rocking to see as a child. I highly recommend it. It could be the greatest movie ever made. Dr. Zhivago might be the best movie ever made. David Lean, hey, he might be the greatest of all time. He might be. Do you think he was named after the drink? But that movie, oh my God. It's everything that could make you sick as a child, you could watch in that movie. It has everything. And how many people have seen Dr. Zhivago in this chat? Probably 5 people. I don't blame you. It's a movie from the 60s. But even River Kwai, I remember Alec Guinness's demise at the end of that movie. It made me crazy to watch as a child. Lots of news, just for the record. I'm just unloading. I'm just trying to talk about Zhivago a little bit before I forget. I mean, who? Was it freaking old Maurice Jarre, The Score. which is the craziest. It's just it's enough. The movie is going to make you crazy. The movie will make you. Oh, it's going to make me sick if I keep thinking about it. I might have to watch it. Lots of stuff going on. Let's get some of these chats over here. Oh man, Zhivago just makes me too sick to think about. But it was a first. I'll continue on. I don't mean to meander that much, but I remember it was a first memory of death. Spoilers, just for the record. It's a real tragedy. I've never read the book, which is crazy, but the movie, I'll never forget this. I remember at the end of the movie. I mean, there's some tragedy there. He after all the tribulations and the I guess not even juggling of families, but I don't want to give it sit here and give the plot. But there's a separation of his family for the rest of at least the movie at some point, which was really crazy to witness as a child. But I remember at the end, the old doctor sees Lara at the end after these years. And I don't know, I don't think it was in the movie, but Lara spent some time in the gulag, perhaps for Zhivago in some ways. I don't know, because of her association with him, but I don't think they really mentioned it too much in his book or in the movie. But I remember he spots her in a train after getting off a train, and he chases her, and he has a heart attack and dies before he can get to her. And I remember the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. And of course, my father is the product of this society as well, of course, but one of his answers always rocked the hell out of me. I mean, of course, he has the right answers on everything, really, but this one was not exactly the right answer. He was talking about what he told, but I figured I'd share this with you. But I asked him, I said, what the hell happened to the doctor? And he said he had a heart attack. I said, what the hell is that? I said, how do you get that? And he said from eating too much red meat. I was like, what? So it's just the victimization of the food pyramid and the quackery that comes out of the death factory that we're ruled over by in the food supply. All the blood libel against red meat and eggs and dairy, butter, cholesterol, salt, and even sugar. But I really couldn't believe that answer. But he's not a doctor. But years later, when I started to figure dietary programming and all that, I'd still remembered what he said. And the programming is really crazy, isn't it? Isn't that shocking? That was shocking to me. Hey, Mario, thanks for the 2 bones, pal. How you living? L.A. Kime, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. I'm making a video game. Do you have any pointers or advice to make a banger? God bless. Well, I'd highly recommend Jesse Shell's The Art of Game Design. I would really, really highly recommend that. Like the stream, please. I think that has the most practical and refined game wisdom you can get. I mean, I haven't been reading game books in many, many, many years. I got cleansed out of that industry decades ago, before I could even start doing any gaming stuff. I was already cleansed out of the industry, just like everyone here. There was no future in gaming for the demographics such as myself. But I found that out pretty early. But I would say Jesse Shell is a really, really, really good He's a really, really good resource. But in terms of, I would say, Kime, I would focus on extreme quality of life. I mean, if I think of something else, I'll say it, not knowing what your game is, but I'm a little bit of a designer myself. At least I style myself that. I would say go for ultimate quality of life in that, let's say you have to get to a map. You press a map button and it's 10 milliseconds. Or if you have to save a game or you have to get to the menu, it should take 10 milliseconds. There are a lot of things that should take 10 milliseconds that people forgot about because they didn't grow up playing Nintendo and pre-CD ROM-based consoles, which is in some ways a downgrade from cartridge. But I don't know who's got the money to buy carts. I would say go for extreme quality of life in those regards, and I would check out Jesse's Shell. And in terms of, I guess that's the most I can think of without knowing too much more about it. Graphics are really not a thing. I'm sure you know that. Well, the graphics are not a thing. I guess the style of it is. We're under no illusions here any longer about graphics cards or games or processing power. It's all a racket. I've been going through this stuff for 30 years. The same crap. Ever since, I don't know, 98. When I got a Voodoo 2. A 3DFX Voodoo 2 Diamond Viper. 12 megabyte VRAM. Even back in 98, VRAM, fill rate, bandwidth, this and that, wrappers and APIs and this. You fast forward all these years later, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Absolutely nothing has changed. There hasn't been one improvement in technology in my lifetime. I guess the biggest improvement I've seen are SSE instructions and MMX, embedded on die frequently used instructions for games. I think that is probably the greatest quality of life technology advancement I've ever seen, and not too many people are going to understand that. But that right there would be the key to everything. Just fabricating instructions easily accessible on die. There's too many solutions to a lot of things that slow junk down. Too many solutions. What incentive is there for solutions? There is no incentive. I like things rendered in software. I like things rendered by the CPU. I like that. It makes me happy. Quake 1, let's say. At 640 by 480 software rendering has magic. OpenGL, you go to 800 by 600 to 1040 by, I don't know, freaking 768? I don't even remember. With anything higher than, oh my God, no filtered textures is what I mean. I don't remember the terms anymore. I'm fried. No bilinear texture filtering is what I mean by that. There's magic. We all love graphics and graphics cards, of course, but when you offload everything, it's different. The GPU, I don't know. Quake and OpenGL doesn't have the magic that the software rendering does, but I don't think you're going to find anyone else that's going to agree with that. Well, there's that. In terms of games, but I think that was a tiny bit. Key May. I'll have to keep on thinking of game stuff. I'll have to go in my notes and all that. Okay. Yo, Mongo, thanks for the membership, pal. Thanks for the 8 months. Test tube freaks since before you were born, but you know how it is. Go to liturgy, guys. I could go for that. I'm really jonesing. I'm actually jonesing for it. So, Mirthless Orc, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Happy Friday, boss. With rumor Extreme Piece 2 is spinning up, I humbly request y'all rope in some big cameos, specifically Alex Jones. He always had the comedic instinct. Yeah, of course. Owen Benjamin for some sketches. That guy's crazy. And I'm not saying what he says is crazy, but just that guy, there's something about that guy. It's crazy. But he's forward thinking and pretty astute when it comes to black magic and rituals and all that. You have to respect someone for that, of course. But friend, era of friend and mirth maxing. I hear you. That sounds good. We'll have to okay, you want my pick? Tonetta. Henry Makow. I don't know if Crispin Glover does. I doubt he does like things. You know what I mean? He's too cool, or you know what I mean? Like, 'cause he's crazy. Those would be my picks. It would be nice to get Fritzl or Dutroux in the show, but that's very unlikely. But there's more. But those are some pretty good picks. Those are some good picks. My picks were pretty decent. But I hear you on that. Alex Jones is very funny. And Owen is absolutely crazy. He's so classic. Oh, let's see if I have enough RAM to operate these tabs. But those are, and I'm sure there's more. Just that some of those are pretty deep. I'm into pretty deep cuts. I'm not into popular people. I'm more into deep cuts. I'm not the kind of guy that would be looking for guests or stars to disseminate the show more and all, because I'm not smart. It's not because I'm too cool. It's not that, because I'm not smart. But those are my picks, and there's more. There's more. I'm sure there's more. Thanks for that, pal. Excuse me. Is the ethereal? Hey, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Really appreciate that. Like the stream or its curtains. Thanks. I really appreciate that. The love and support from everyone here. It's just crazy. But please like the stream. Otherwise, it didn't even happen. People don't even know it even happened. They're like this. Oh, I didn't know you streamed. I'm like this. Yeah. But there's that. Is there more? I'm trying to think of another one, but I got some good ones. Okay, it's good. Yo, Barrel Drifter, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. God bless you and your family in these times of uncertainty. The Lord is victorious, and the enemies of mankind can't do anything about it. Remember that. You would do well to remember that. Everybody here. It's easy to get demoralized, Because if the devil rides inside, it's easy to forget when everything is so demoralizing. Hey, thanks for that. Jen Smith, thanks for the 5 bones. Popcorn Weasel Gaming, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. What started you down the path of learning all the esoteric stuff you talk about and know of? Very curious. Hey, well, thanks for asking. Um, hmm. I don't know. I guess I just enjoy that stuff. And you couldn't help but get into it during the Global Intelligence Files days. You know what I mean? That's enough to boot your ass right into the into the thickness. That's enough. But that, and all those conspiracy revelations for all those years ago. I don't know, 2012, when it first started popping off. 2011, 2010. I don't remember. Pre the Podesta stuff, But in terms of like inspiration before that, I can't. Nothing is bubbling up. Hey, we got some bio tips right here. I guess I was played D&D way back as a child. Got into the magic and all that stuff. I thought it was interesting. The Vancian magic, the memorization of syllables in the brain and holding onto them. I thought that was pretty interesting. I never listened to too much Art Bell. My dad did. My dad was a little bit of an Art Bell guy, but he's never been a conspiracy. He doesn't like conspiracies much at all, but he has no choice but to enjoy them these days, however. Oh, that's right. I haven't really got on and they did all the Epstein stuff and all that junk. Like I really haven't like hardly even jumped on to talk about it, mainly because it's queer. Big surprise. Ooh, big surprise. What else do you want me to say about it? Do you want a litany of atrocities? You guys want to understand what atrocity is? I mean, the place for that is fiction. That's my place for it. It's fiction. Atrocity goes into fiction. You believe it. Esoteric learning, the path. I don't know. I guess I just got wild back when all that stuff started dropping. The Global Intelligence Files, the Snowden. I guess that was Snowden, right? Global Intelligence. And this isn't mystical stuff. I guess this is conspiracy, but it leads me to the mystical more once I see the level of atrocity and criminal conspiracy and occupation controlling the world in this whole realm. Pushes me away from that and gets me into the mystical. But I mean, esoteric, back in like, remember when What Is It came out? The Crispin Glover movie? Remember when I saw the trailer for that back in the day? I was crying laughing. It was the funniest. It's the funniest, probably the funniest trailer for a movie ever made. And in those days, this guy I was working with, this crazy guy, he's in, well, I don't know. He's an associate of Tinsel Teeth. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Providence music scene, the hardcore scene. The most hardcore comes out of Providence. But I remember I went to his apartment way back in the day. We got along really well. And we started doing some videos, actually. We started making a version of the Lords. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's really old. It's like the giant dicks that rule the world. And this guy, he built like a huge cardboard boxes. He was like, we started shooting some of it. But I don't know what happened. I think I was retarded or something, or already dead at that point. I'm not sure. But anyway, it was awesome. I'll never forget it. But he put on some documentaries for me. We watched Hellraiser. This is that's why Hellraiser came from the 80s. It's not crazy watching Hellraiser back in, I don't know, this was like '06. We're talking here. We're talking a long time ago, '06. And this is the guy that he put on this documentary and he's like, "Yo, take a look at this." It's back in '06. And I was like, "Yo, what is this?" And it was the hardcore. The stuff that people are kind of have yet to is yet to be mainstream. You know, it was the stuff with like I don't want to say too much because it's like disturbing, but it was where Sly Stallone dolphin porn comes from, and also Mommy and Me mother daughter sex team, sex slavery. People kept in confinement and families forced to do all kinds of stuff for leaders and all that stuff. But like we were watching that stuff in this documentary, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was really funny. We were dying. But this was back in '06. And who knows what was in that? I could look at it. It's like a show or a documentary or something. It's like the Disinformationalist or something. I don't remember. But it was where Mommy and Me came from. And I was like, what the? I was like, you're telling me people do that? Or you're telling me people are forced in doing that? I was like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it. But I guess that was the beginning. And I had some buddies that were big into like old David Lizard Man. And around the same year, like '06, he was telling me about interdimensional lizard kings from David Icke and the monarchy, all drink blood and do sex magic and all that stuff. And I was like, yo, please hold on a second here. And then you fast forward years later, you're like this, This was back in '06. I gotta towel this thing right now. It's freaking disgusting. I got a brown bag my spittoon. But so I guess that was the beginning of my radicalization. Well, of course, the beginning of everyone's radicalization is having their birthright robbed from them, their home country robbed from them, every social service, every advantage, everything completely robbed from them. Well, that's the beginning of radicalization. Right, the world was already over when I got out of college. When I got out of college, the world was already over. So the radicalization really started a minute ago. But yeah, that show, like, yeah, it was. I'm sure there was more stuff that was in that, but the Mommy and Me thing, that was it for me. I was like, whoa, bro, are you serious? Disinformation. Apparently, the documentary was called Disinformation. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. And then we put on Hellraiser. But the Sly Stallone dolphin porn thing, I mean, you guys are going to have to look it up. I don't remember any details from it. But it must have, well, I guess you can put it together. So there's that, and there's plenty of hardcore people out there. But this guy that was telling me about the Lizard Kings, he was on to the Alex Jones stuff from '06 or pre, maybe even pre Israel, whatever, not Israel, whatever. Remember there was a drastic shift in some of his programming at some point. I forget what it was about, but it was. I mean, we've all heard the Hour of the Time and Mystery Babylon from. It's rough. Can't remember anything anymore. That's so rough. Well, yeah, so that was a long time ago, but there's only, I mean, what are you gonna, like, what the, What the hell's the guy's name? Wow, I really can't. Well, that's it for me. I'm all washed up. William Cooper, thanks. Bill Cooper. Wow, man, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of opinions about a lot of influencers in the sphere, but I'm not. I really. What do you want me to say? Everyone already knows everything I know on here. Like, man, that was a lot. Alex Jones back in 06 or whatever. That was a long time ago. And Bill Cooper, that was before my time. Yeah, well, that's some pretty wild stuff. Yeah, that's a good one. And Space Trilogy. I don't know. I guess I gave you the deepest cuts that exist in my brain. Oh yes, Argon. Thank you for reminding me. Reggie Loudson, thanks for the 15 bones. He used the link in the bio. Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. I found myself at the Foundry. That's so good. Sometimes we think we're at the Foundry all the time. I guess we are. Should have just named it the Foundry. I really appreciate they're using the links. I really appreciate that. Ryan Moves You. Do you have like a move channel? Thanks for the 15 bones, pal. Blessed Friday, brother in Christ. I pray the rosary every time I rock the sauna. Oh, that's nice. Sauna nearly every day, and I feel the demons burning out of my pores along with the cleansing euphoria of the heat. God love you and your family now and forever. Memento mori. I really appreciate that, pal. Yeah, I mean, South Bay, is there any, like, how much deeper can I go? How much, I mean, I'm trying to get to a deeper place. I could never read beyond Behold a Pale Horse. What's the point? I already know everything that's in it. Is there anything deeper than Mommy and Me or Sly Stallone dolphin porn? There's really nothing deeper. Nothing deeper than my first introduction to genuine sex slavery, which I don't really recommend a foray into the technicals of that. Well, I think that's as deep as I can go. Okay, okay, good. Hey, thanks for using the links, guys. Esoteric. Yeah, I mean, I really haven't studied esoterics. The most esoterics I've studied is just reading Charles Williams. Like witchcraft, but there's some dark stuff in that. You won't like it at all. You got to be really careful reading about that stuff, about Joan of Arc and all. Her associates. You got to be really careful, really, really careful reading about that stuff. That's as deep as it goes, I guess. But I don't. And everyone says that there was some chapter on the protocols removed from Behold a Pale Horse. It's not true. It's never been removed. It's just BS. It's still in there. You get it on Amazon. It's still in there. And lizards, I don't know. Lizards. There are more hardcore guys, and people have sent me their books. I guess I haven't. I guess I've only just started to. I guess I'm only compelled to expand the technical knowledge of abuse in preparation or during fiction, big fiction projects, which finally won't get me killed. So now it's all over now. You can write anything you want. Are you guys, I don't know. I mean, I'll just assume, if you guys saying the chapter is removed from your book, but I got mine on mine. I got mine off of Amazon. Why would it be? Well, I mean, I hear you. But hey, well, that's that. Esoteric. I think we've done a little bit of esoteric, so I'm pretty happy about that. Capster, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. I know you're not a huge fan of Japan, but Front Mission 3 on PS1 is a beautiful game with excellent UI and gameplay. No, I like Japan a lot. Great story, seamless. No, the Japanese are classic. Front Mission. Yeah, I mean, I guess I need a PlayStation 1 or... Yeah, I guess I need a PlayStation 1. It shouldn't be that hard to get. You guys don't have that Huh. IMDK, I know all that. I know all that stuff. I don't need to read it. I know all about it. I don't need to read any of that stuff. I know all about it. I will. I mean, Front Mission sounds good. I like the Japanese. Or the late Japanese. I think they're in the process of being erased as we speak. That's their problem. That's their problem. It's not yours. That's their problem. Now, of course, or you could say we're all in this together and this and that. Sure. But what are you supposed to say? What are you going to start campaigning for Japan? When there's a fire, when there's a wall waiting for you in a handful of years. But I would. I've been fantasizing about playing Front Mission forever, Cabster. Honestly, really. But my brain is still kind of... It's too stupid to even play games. I'm cleaning it out. Gym and sauna and just cleaning it all up. Yeah, there's some books that you guys are mentioning in here that I don't recommend anyone reads, really. I already know everything that's in them, and I don't envy me. Not at all. Black Sheep, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. Was rewatching your Detroit playthrough today at work. Can you... Do people even know? Do people even know about me? The best damn playthroughs in the history of gaming and YouTube. Do people even know? Cracks me up every time. I hear you, man. They're the best playthroughs people have ever gotten. Got any plans for more game playthroughs in the future? Well, I mean, yes, but not, I mean, yes. Well, I mean, you'll know I'm having fun when I'm finally back to gaming, so yes. Thank you for the laughs and for the mirth. Hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. That was a classic. Gauzed, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that. That's really nice. That's so baller. Hando Vineyard, thanks for the 50 bones. Really appreciate that. Really could use it. I'm really happy about that. MDE never dies. Really appreciate that. That's nice of you. Could use it right now. Thanks. Gooseneck Sally, thanks for the 10 bones. Have you seen people playing modern games on CRTs? Looks amazing. It's been a long time since I've seen a CRT. Well, at least since I've played one myself. But yeah, I guess, wait, we got one at the Palace. We're going to be doing some gaming. We're going to. CRTs, I didn't have any idea how good we had it. Who had any idea they were going to go backwards until everything was just blasted? Who would have known? If you knew, you would have fired up the you-know-whats and the torches and the pitchforks. That's why. Hey, Bags, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. Dave McGowan? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I know what's in it. I guess if I want to refresh my memory, I'll hit it up. But no, I've always avoided all those. There's one time there's Program to Kill. There's all these books, all these atrocity books, like you're suggesting. I had my fill when I read, a page and a half of a mind control manual, and immediately It was about torturing the mother to torture the child in utero. And I was like this. I just closed it and I was like, that's it. That's it. Like forcing premature births to ritually traumatize and abuse newborns and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I just closed it. I was like, that's it for me. That's it. Thanks a lot. No thanks. That was it for me. That's it for me. I just closed it and I'll never read anything like that ever again. That's all. Blasted fantastic. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. If we're talking books, Watership Down goes hard. How are things, Charles? Blessings to you and yours. Hey, really appreciate that. They're going well. They're going well because I'm on here. So more streaming, preparing a show, preparing some videos, more streaming. Things are good. And yeah, Watership Down, that's what is that? Douglas or Richard Adams? Not Douglas, but Richard something or other. Shardik, Plague Dogs, which is something that you really got to be careful if you're going to watch that. You really got to be careful. That's for sure. Be careful if you watch Plague Dogs because it's the only time I've screamed and run out of the room. That's it. No other movie has ever done that. Plague Dogs did that. So really be careful watching that. Yeah, Watership Down. Yeah, I remember Big Wig. Remember Big Wig? Oh, man, that was a nightmare. Watership Down was a nightmare. Well, I'm sure they showed that to me in school. Ooh, that's freakish. But I've been meaning to at least listen to or read Shardik. But I don't really feel like it. Or maybe I should. I don't know. I just did Book of the New Sun +1 to get plus Earth again. Doing Dying Earth again. I like doing things multiple times. Dying Earth is so funny. It's all I want to listen to is Dying Earth. The audio, Arthur Morey, is the funniest narration. It's the pantheon of comedy. Like Crying of Lot 49, Brian Wilson, and Confederacy of Dunces, Barrett Whitener. Those might be the interchange. I forget who narrates what. Barrett Whitener. I think I had it right. Yo, Ochi, what is up? What is up, Ochi? How you doing? Any Crazy Williams or Inkling stuff or anything lately? Squally Thanks for that 20 bones, pal. You, Sam, and Chris should fire up the old Dreamcast on their Pause Snack and Continue channel. Love you, brother. God bless. That sounds fun. Thanks a lot, pal. Oh, that sounds fun. Litany. Okay, yeah. New Sun. I'm gonna have to read more, Wolf. I have to read more. But Dying Earth is just too funny. Eyes of the Overworld and Kugel Saga. I do those, and then I'll do Dying Earth, and then Rialto. So funny. But I should do more with the Wolf. Did Planet of Adventure, the 4 books, Vance, lately too. They were pretty fun. Athena, what is up? How you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. I've been trying out Hardwired, right? I've been also trying out Hardwired. Walter John Williams. But I really like having Vance on blast on repeat. Nice. Yeah, with Dying Earth, I find it's best to start with Eyes of the Overworld and then Kugel Saga and then Dying Earth and Rialto. I like that order. Because with the Eyes of the Overworld and Kugel Saga, you have a continuous narrative, and people aren't always ready for, short story chapters. Sometimes people aren't ready for that. Nice, Athena. How is the night? Yeah, more gaming sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Right, Rian. Thanks for the 2 bones. What's this? BG. BG. Thanks for the 100 bones, pal. Really appreciate that. Could really use that. Really happy about that. Thanks so much. Charles, thank you for all the nuggets of wisdom over the years. Sharing your experience has helped me on my own path and reconnecting with what matters. You the man. Did you ever read Ishmael? Hey, thanks a lot, BG. I really appreciate that. It's nice. I try to be a net positive. I really do. Oh yeah, Demon Prince. I did the first Demon Prince again also. The Star King. I did Star King also recently. It was a lot of fun. I got to get back to games. Ishmael, no, I never read it, but I knew this guy that used to steal it from bookstores just to give it away to friends because he was so profoundly moved by it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. He may have even given me a copy. I don't remember. But yeah, thanks for making good use of what I bring to the table. I can't be anything but real. You know how it is? What can I be but real? It's not in me to be anything but. And that means net positivity. That means my life as a whole, it actually does more good than harm. Not many. It's hard for a lot of influencers to say that. Poliswag, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Yeah, D&D sounds good. Yeah, D&D definitely sounds good. Polis. Absolutely. Here we are. What's this? Sneed for speed. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Baz is in here? Hey, what's up, Baz? Sneed, I had a medical emergency and woke up with a pacemaker in. Oh, wow, really? I'm in my mid-20s. My BPM can be controlled by a doctor's computer. Genuinely scared for my life. They wanted to connect to my phone via Bluetooth. Pray for me, please. Hey, we'll pray for you over here. We need some prayers for Sneed. That's crazy. Well, I know people that have had pacemakers for 40 years. So yeah. So I think you're all set. I think you'll be all set. Don't forget to get super chats. I'm gonna go eat. Talk to you later. Okay, have a good one, Afina. Don't forget to get super chats. Super chats, please. But yeah, that's Sneed, man. Whoa. I guess you're lucky to be alive. You're lucky to be alive. We're happy that you survived. Wow. That's crazy. Reginald Dankins, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Hey, Charles, this is G Ryder from the Palace. Hey, G Ryder, what's up? Love you. Eric and Nick, was curious if you watch or have watched any of Jay Dyer's content. Yeah, I did a little podcast with him. We had a really good time. I'm overdue for being social in the podcasts. I'm really, really overdue. Oh, Reggie, I see you in here on the. No, it's a different guy. Never mind. Two Reggies. But yeah, especially recently, good stuff. God bless you and your family. Hey, thanks a lot, pal. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been on top of Hollywood and many things for many years. I can't think of anyone outside of, let's say, Owen Benjamin or Jay Dyer and myself that well, and there's more, of course. There's more. My brain is just flatlined right now. There's more, but that have a handle on that. Metzger, that have a handle on that stuff than us. Of course, everyone does now. Of course, everyone's an expert in all of the anti-news or anti-conspiracy or whatever you want to say. Everyone's an expert now after all the Epstein stuff. Now everyone, doesn't matter if you were, sucking dicks in an alleyway, or if you were anything at all. Doesn't matter what your prior career was. They bang right in, all of a sudden, hardcore conspiracy theorist. I've been saying for years that everything's been fake. I mean, what this and that. Unbelievable, man. Now everybody's an expert. Now everybody's an expert. But no, these things are common knowledge now. So be it. I'm a net positive. It's crazy. It's crazy how people can maintain and just hop over to completely different careers. Huge, huge followings, just talking conspiracies right into the podcast circuit out of nowhere. Not even good, not smart, like ugly. Everything like come out of nowhere. Yo, what's up? You're like this. Whoa! People out of nowhere. Hey, man, all this Epstein stuff, all of our politicians and all that, in Israel and all that. All of a sudden, everyone, hey, got huge, gigantic accounts making $1 million a month. Scum, 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 fucking scum, scum. Ugh. Influencers and podcasters are the worst. The worst. Anyway. Toskarov. How you doing, pal? Thanks for the 5 bones. What's this? Fuzzy Muffin. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. God bless. Charles and Eric in these strange and interesting times just played through Soma. It was pretty sick. It's kind of scary. Yeah, it really nails oppressive dystopian vibe. That's pretty scary when you're not allowed to die. That's why I've always been anyone who's afraid of that. You shouldn't be afraid of people that can kill you. You should only be afraid of people that can prevent you from dying. Or destroy your soul. Not your life, but your soul. Also been listening to The Police. Stuart Copeland is goated. Yes, Stuart Copeland. Yeah, The Police. Crazy drums. The Police, man. That's so crazy. Synchronicity. Well, they are chaos magicians ever since the 80s, right? That's so silly. Thanks again. Who's this? Not in service. Thanks for the 17 bones, pal. Can't wait for what you got in store for us for WP3. Hey, thanks for that, pal. You know how it be. The Streamlabs link is working, Argon. I just used Reggie Loudson and Ryan Moves You. No, I believe it's working. Oh my God. I'm going to take one quick bathroom break and then we can slam into some topics or some more questions or whatever the hell. I'll be right back, everybody. Look, I'm just obsessed with being a net positive. Hey, maybe it's just vanity. Maybe it's vanity. I don't know. I don't know. But I have an obsession about being a net positive and not doing any harm to people that take time out of their lives to watch or listen to the things that I say. I'm very, very obsessed about it. I don't think that's a bad thing. Did you get the link to work? What's this? Yo, DCC, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. What's that all? Land of Chem? That sounds familiar. I don't know what that is. I forgot what that is. Okay, I'm caught up. What the hell is going on in this world? Space? Space Force? Oh, now all of a sudden everyone's talking about alien disclosure? Now, I don't even remember who's someone from the government or whatever, or maybe even the president himself are talking about. Now we're talking about aliens. This is at a point where the conditions are pretty bad for native inhabitants of many of the leading powers in this world. I'm supposed to worry about aliens? Tattered nasty. That's so good that you're wearing them out. But aliens, what do I have to say about aliens? Oh yeah, like planning the hoaxing, Blue Beam, hoaxing of the alien invasion, demon disclosure. Yeah, and now, oh my God, I just can't believe it. You wake up one day and you see people that were on CNN back in the day, and then Fox News. And even these people are talking about being harassed by demons. Now these guys are getting into the demon disclosure. Isn't it crazy? Stuff that you talked about it for years, people laughed at you. Now you got guys from CNN and Fox News, et cetera, talking in earnest. Demons were, scratching me and going up, putting fingers up my ass and jerking me off, getting me hard, making me gay. The demonic and the smoke. People were puking. I had the sign of the cross. I had the cross and the thing went away. I'm like, oh my God. Legacy media coming out talking. I can't believe people. I thought I was going to lose my mind for a second. But I just can't believe that these people all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's not that I'm trying to have a bone to pick with the industrious among us. I'm just saying, all these guys were watching Twitch. All these guys were watching my Twitch back in the day. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to stick with that. And stick with that and then drop it. I don't want to start rambling about nothing. All those big shots of the conspiracy guys, this and that, stage this and that, they were watching my Twitch back in the day. But still, what does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. What does it mean? I don't know. You tell me. Nothing? Hey, some dude. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Hey, man, love your stuff. Just curious if you were brought up Catholic or Protestant. And if so, what do you think of them now? Hierarchy aside, do you think Christianity is a net positive on humanity? It has helped me in any case. That's a really good question. That's a really, really good one. Well, I was raised Roman Catholic. And I do have a love and appreciation for the ritual and for the timelessness of those who used to carry the torch. I guess you could put it that way. And look, I am no historian or theologian. I'm really, really not. Uh, I I don't. I'm biased in some ways because I didn't like the tone of the church and how they instructed the children. I felt that I don't know. Well, hey, maybe I'm a sensitive guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just a sensitive child. But I felt that the attitudes are just I don't know. Like I didn't like the priest's attitudes. Let's say when we were forced into confession, like the way the priest was and how he was, it made me want to put a bullet in his brain. And I hate the Catholic Church. And I hate the Pope. And I'm not trying to be inflammatory, and I'm not saying I'm happy about that and I want that. I'm just being honest with you. Vatican II, there's no such thing as the Catholic Church. Ooh, there's no such thing as the Catholic Church anymore. So whatever you want to call the church, I'm sure it still has a benefit, but the primary function of the Catholic Church in the last since the 60s or 70s or whatever has been to import people from Mexico to displace the native population. That has been the primary aim of the Roman Catholic Church in your lifetime. I hate the church and I hate the Pope. And I'm not trying to be cool, and I'm not happy about that. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm really not. I'm just being honest with you. But I did have some formative experiences in the Catholic schools. Formative philosophical experiences from some very talented teachers. I'm not trying to be cool right now. Trust me. It's embarrassing for me to talk about my hatred of the church. Like, it's embarrassing for me. But I did get some really good instruction from them. So it's not just be railing against them, but I don't know. I mean, what do you want to say? They didn't teach me about the millions of Germans that were assassinated after the war, or the hundreds of thousands of women that were industrial raped by the Bolsheviks, and whoever knows, who knows who else. They didn't teach me any of that, which I resented years later. In fact, because they didn't teach me about that, I discounted every single thing they taught me. Ooh, except of course the formative philosophical compassion and the love and respect and for the dignity of life. So it's not all bad. I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm reporting all bad. But so yeah, I mean, I hear you. Maybe it was the priest. I don't know, but I didn't feel right doing any of that stuff, and just the guilt or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't instructed to children properly in order that they process it and cope with it. It was just it was destructive in my opinion, and it pushed people away from the church. Their old boomer style, the fucking boomers. Their old boomer style and their boomer sensibility and the boomer programming really went up my ass. However, I will say right now that I am jonesing for the sacraments. I'm jonesing for a confession and communion. I am jonesing for it. Not at a Catholic church. Though I'm not no, I'm not I'm not no, I'm not averse. I'll do it at a Catholic church. No, no. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't participate in the sacraments and the Catholic. I wouldn't say that. That's not accurate. I would. But my hatred of Vatican II is so strong that I don't consider the Catholic Church an incorporated church. I consider it a, a, a heretical organization. Woo! That's the way it is. But I do have a love for it. But again, after Vatican II and all of the importation of foreigners that the church has been so adamant in, very anti-Christ. The most anti-Christ initiative I've ever seen is replacing the natives with mainly, people from south of the border. I guess that they cater to a lot in that, because everyone always says, well, at least the Mexicans and all that, at least they're all Catholic, right? Yeah, fuck Catholics. I'm drinking piss. Caesar, what's up? How you doing, man? And look, it's really not, I don't like having said that. I really don't. Because I respect and I love Catholics. I hate the church. I really do. There are plenty of practicing Catholics in here, and it's really the truth. I respect people that are devoted to their religions. I really do. But being an adherent to Catholicism makes you complicit and culpable in the invasion. That's the problem. That's the problem now, isn't it? I'm just giving you a heads up. Christ loves the Catholics. I love the Catholics too. They don't know what they don't know what they're doing. They don't know that the church is a military organization and nation state. They don't know. I get it. I get it. As far as I'm concerned, the Catholic Church is a military organization, as far as I'm concerned. But the practitioners, they must be respected. I mean, I don't know. I never got confirmed. All that stuff. They're like, oh, you got to do this and that. I'm like, I ain't doing that. But as the years go on, you get older and you understand that in order to be confirmed in the church, it's likely they wish your participation and an integration in the community that comes in the church and from within and from without. So I understand it. And Ochi would know more about this than me, about the legitimacy and the Peter and all that stuff. Well, Peter, every time I think of Peter, I just think of a euphemism for penis. Pater and Peter. Peter Griffin. Peter is a euphemism for penis. If you guys didn't know that. So right then and there, I'm like, what's this? Now, of course, I'm weird. But Ochi would know, he would know more than I the legitimacy of the continuation of Peter or Paul. See, now I don't even know. Peter is the foundation, right? Or Paul? No, I actually don't even know. Don't even remember. Peter's the rock, right? But the temple, or rather, St. Peter's Basilica, it's a temple to Zeus. This isn't a surprise to anyone, is it? Like, this is common knowledge, isn't it? This is common knowledge, right? I have the New Testament on repeat when the sun goes down. I do audio. Peter means rock. I hear you. Space Ghost. It also is also a euphemism for penis. I really like that. Basilisk. Oh yeah. Basilica basilisk. Maybe it's fucking Rocco's basilica. Hey Caesar, what kind of Christ stuff do I read? Okay, Caesar, this is a good question. I know that if you're asking, you need it, and I do too. I need it more than I've ever needed anything in my life. Is this? I'm disposed to. I tend to wander towards the orthodoxy of I don't know. I don't know what kind of I don't remember. Whatever Saint Tikhon's is. What's Tikhon? What orthodoxy is that? It's not Greek. I don't know the denominations of the orthodoxy, but I like the orthodoxy, and I would say Caesar. I would say Saint Tikhon's monastery. Their YouTube channel. When I first put on the divine liturgy a year ago, or whatever, it made me crazy when I saw it. And I really, really, now look, again, I will say also, I've railed against, and in the past, I don't like iconography at all. At all. I mean, I don't like iconography at all. At all. But I like John the Baptist as holding his own head. There's a St. John the Baptist icon that they make at Tikhon's. He's got his own head. He's holding it, and I really like that one. So maybe I do like it. But still, there's something about icons and the science of praying to an icon and how it's like non-linear time, and the praying is it happens in the past, like everyone's focusing on the same icon all throughout history. Like there's some crazy I was like this looking at it. I was like, what is this? But I you know, I guess it didn't really scare me that much. There's something about it that I really liked. But again, I do not like icons. St. Tikhon's is Russian, but they're the same church as the Greeks pretty much. There you go. There you go. At the same time, I revere it. I saw those people up there doing and participating in the liturgy. They were kissing the icons. They were doing their bows and their signs and their prayers and all that. And the whole clergy, whatever you want to call them, I don't know what you call them in the Orthodox. They're behind the doors doing the incense, doing stuff there, opening the doors, coming out, going. It made me crazy. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I just don't. I actually. I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I could bring myself to venerate an icon during a liturgy. I'm not sure if I could do that. I actually don't know, because I want to. I'm just not sure if I can. I'm just being honest with you. So, I would say, Caesar, it's important that you read Our Thoughts Determine Our Lives by old Thaddeus something or other. Go into that. And also go into Wounded by Love. Porphyrios or something like Porphyrius, something like that. I forget what saint, but the stuff I read in the lives of the saints, or the Holy Fathers, I don't know if they're canonized. It blew my mind. The level of devotion in their mindset was so holy, it made me so unclean. Those two right there are very, 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 very real. Zach, you saw a mouse? Yo, that's so good. He's the best. He really is the greatest living musician. He really is. Not a joke. A song comes up on him in the car, and it makes me crazy. And Caesar, I would say the Holy Psalter from the Tikhon Monastery Press or whatever it is, I really like it. The new one's got 5 bookmarks. Can come in really handy. It's pretty annoying that the order is off by 1 in the orthodoxy with the Psalter. But the Psalter, and I've never been one. It always bothered me. The Israelites and all the worshiping themselves. Solomon, David, they're all their people. They're worshiping themselves as gods and kings. I don't like it. But the Psalter, it changed my mind on David. It changed my mind on David. Because the Psalter, or rather the Psalms, the Psalter, it taught me humility, and it taught me how to better have a speaking, an internal monologue or speaking relationship with God, and with how to cope with being so unclean and falling so far off from the mark. You can't even believe it. So that's where I'm still at a year later. The Psalter, St. Tikhon's, wounded by love and our thoughts determine our lives. And I got the big guns ready, but I I get them before I'm ready. I thought I was going to be ready by then, but apparently I was insane still to this day. And to this day, the ladder of divine ascent and such, but I think those are, you don't start with those. They're hardcore. I would just consider those things, Caesar. I would start there, because I can't give you anything more, because that's where I'm at right now. And the frequency of Bible study or Bible reading, I think, is probably the most important part. Because the spiritual war is a 24/7 thing. The devil doesn't sleep. So you don't have the luxury of taking time off in the defense of your thoughts. And just know that anyone, any obstacles in your life, even people preventing you from succeeding or this and that, generally speaking, here, consider them, or consider that agency an agency of spiritual demoralization from the devil to get at you personally. The spiritual warfare is more devious than normal comprehension. And the more the more nice you are, I guess you could say it, and the more you're going to be attacked. Nice isn't exactly the best word for it. Compassionate. If you're justice loving, or a lover of, lover of justice and things like that, then the spiritual warfare will come at you in ways that you will take personally, and that you do not know that they are a concerted effort waged on you from an invisible realm. What do you think about that? Okay. Help me. Okay, good. DCC. Where? Oh, hold on a second here. Oh, wow. Wait, hold on. Let me get here. My tabs. Okay, DCC. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. I've lived in Egypt for 4+ years now, and it is a far cry from all the grifters who dominate the algo. Okay, hundreds of videos of on-site investigations. I think you'd dig it. His presentation on Matt Beal is A+. Okay. Well, that sounds nice. The Egypt stuff, the Mercury. Who knows what else? I got teachers in Catholic school telling me that the pyramids are all tombs and etc. Back in the day. Imagine that. Well, I mean, everyone got that too. It's not just me. Imagine that. Sounds good. Fuzzy Muffin, thanks for the 5 bones. Miami Bayside Mall incident? What's that? What's that? Con Cars, thanks for the 5 bones. You are a net positive, Charles. Thanks for all the comedy and insight. Really appreciate that. It is my wont. It is my prime directive to be a positive, a net positive. What can I say? Practice faith, Caesar. The more you practice faith, the more spiritual attacks you may expect. Wow. Yeah, thanks a lot. Hey, Semiot, thanks for the 10 bones. So when they get the digital ID up and running with the CBDC, excuse me, do they just stop people from being able to buy guns and ammo with their programmable currency? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Why? No, but why wouldn't they? So that's not really a question. Why wouldn't they? It's crazy, isn't it? Reginald Darkins, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. I really appreciate it. Can we get an Ohio is for Lovers chant to lift the spirits? That's a Hawthorne Heights, I believe. Also, are there any niche bands you like from that genre? Yeah, I mean, you probably know them. There's a new band called Car Underwater that's really good. You should check it out. All right. Well, those bands, I mean, you associate. That's damn, man. Hawthorne Heights. That's like 03, right? That's a little bit later on. Maybe later than 03 even. Well, I mean, everybody knows the old classics. Saves the Day. But that's not Screamo. Of course, you would know the Taking Back Sunday, you know, that's that stuff. I guess that's I guess all that stuff is like rap for young emo white guys. All of the philosophy and all the emo and the emo core was as destructive as rap is to the black community. But still, it remains. Thursday was supposed to be a gigantic act, but I don't know what happened. They were going to be a huge act. Yeah, Thursday was those guys are good. There's still some good emo stuff, but it's it's a lot of it is feminist. A lot of it, all of the emo music is mostly feminist sabotage. That's okay. We can still scream it out. Senses fail. If we're talking about screamo, there's a freaking Norma Jean. Some emo stuff is Christian adjacent. Yeah. Norma Jean might be a Christian band. I don't remember. Armor for Sleep, Sunny Day Real Estate. Damn. Remember Yellow Card? MXPX? Seosin, sure. There's so many. But I don't know, Car Underwater? There was a band back in like 2016 that was revitalizing the emo core style. found it on what CD? I don't know. I don't remember. It's 10 years ago anyway, so I guess it's not exactly new. Damn, I don't remember them. Excuse me. Is it Better Off? Better Off? I believe they're called Better Off. Damn. Yeah, Newfound Glory, man. And there's more. There's Starting Line. Man, there are so many old ones from. I mean, this goes. These are the Dashboard Confessional Day, Hot Rod Circuit. I mean, these things are old. This is Vagrant Records, back from 03. The Anniversary, who is the best band to come out of Vagrant Records, is The Anniversary by far. You guys remember them? Yeah, Hum. Wow. Yeah, Hawthorne Heights, man. Nikki FM, man, that song's good. They have some good stuff. Damn, that's funny. Oh, my tabs aren't working. I don't have enough RAM. Oh my gosh. This is psycho. I gotta reload my tab. Unbelievable. Coheed. Wow, man. Under Oath. Wow, man. Those were the days. Oh, something went wrong with displaying it. Okay, that's okay. Oh, I'm not connected to the encoder? Okay, sure. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm back. Ohio. Oh, here we are. Some dude, 42, thanks for the 20 bones. Tame Impala. Wow. Atreyu. I like, oh my God, my brain is really done. Who is the, how would you guys know it? Oh yeah, Emery. Wow, Ochi. Emery. Wow, that's so silly. I saw them live with Andrew. Whiplash. Whiplash. The show toasted me. Can you believe that, Ochi? Isn't that funny? We were dying. Who's the I can't even remember anything anymore. Oh, I'll get to you in a second, some dude. Who's the guy? Angel Above Me. Remember Rufio? Rufio! Remember Rufio? Man, old AFI. Man, even, post old AFI. Wow, that's so funny. Okay. Fair, astute observations. Look, I'm really not trying to attack those with devotion. I'm really not trying to do that. Vatican II is not cool. I heard the church was infiltrated by communists after World War I. And I believe it. But I think humanity is between a rock and a hard place. I just got confirmed at 29. It helped me. Now, I don't doubt you. I absolutely do not doubt you. And it certainly was infiltrated by communists, just like every organization in the world, or most everyone. Yeah, you get it. It's crazy, man. Okay. Yeah, no, I hear you. I would benefit. I would benefit from a confirmation in a church. Even if it's Catholic, I really would. I really would. I don't take it off the table. It's just I can't talk about the Catholic Church anymore. It's going to make me crazy. Pixelante, yo, what's up? Thanks for the membership. 26 months. Can you believe that? You're only 26. I gave my human resources the Riker shut up treatment. What's that? Is that like a smile or the way you get on a chair? What was Riker known for? Human resources? Oh. Women. You would think women would want to get a real job. You would think they'd be ashamed to get a sinecure or a placeholder of destruction like that, but yet here we are. Sneed for Speed, thanks to the Sawbuck, pal. Remember the Vietnam, San Francisco vets? Oh, yeah. Who saw demons in the first Red Knight vision goggles? Made them go crazy because the things got mad they could be seen. Oh, yo, man. Now, I don't remember any of that. I don't remember them being angry that they were seen. That's really amazing. What was the mineral or isotope or chemical or whatever the hell that they were using in those goggles that let them see the invisible demon layer? They weren't angry they were being seen. They were pissing their pants and they were afraid they were seen, is what you meant. They were pissing their pants and crying and screaming and afraid that they were seen because they do everything invisibly because they're afraid. Yeah, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I saw Lightning Bolt, Ochi. Yeah, in Atlanta. Another Providence classic. Red phosphorus. Whew, that's scary. Well, I don't need those night vision goggles. I already assume they're all around us, like Fantasia. Just like they described in Vietnam. Demons that were drawn to the death and the chaos. They must have been eating it. All you have to do is stop feeding them and they fucking die. It's easy to kill a god. People don't get that. Absolute Recoil. Thanks for the 20 bones. Yo, first time I did confession at my Orthodox church, right after the priest looks at me in the eyes and goes, "You will be attacked by demons now physically and mentally." That year, I started boxing in the ghetto. Maybe that's what happened with Rocky. Wow, that's crazy. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. You'll be prone when you start cleansing yourself. When you start cleansing yourself and getting down into yourself deep, that's when things really start to turn up. Absolutely. Absolutely, that's the truth. Ooh, that's scary. Oh, this world. No, that's great to hear. I mean, I need it. Well, yeah, I gotta get back hardcore into that stuff. Man, Emery, Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt was another night of whiplash. Boxing in the ghetto. Hey, well, that's good. Man. I'm back. I'm absolutely back. What is going on in the world? Anybody? What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world? Oh, this is good. Let's do a little bit of this. What am I doing here? Okay. Talk. hold on a second here. Where the hell is... Oh, here we are. Give me 1 second here. Where is the window? What, am I losing my mind? Give me a second here. I got to learn how to use this again. Where the hell is the window for the damn browser? Oh my God. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Here we are. Okay. Hold on a second, everybody. I gotta learn how to do this again. Actually, let's just do this. Oh, that's what it is, because I'm messing with my own... Oh my God, I messed everything up. Hold on. That window capture was not there a second ago. This is unbelievable. This thing's haunted. Okay, I got it. Wow, man. Now look at this. I like this. Oh, we're already clicked on it? That's a full screen window right there. Okay, look at this. See, this brings me back to the Marissa Mayer days. You remember Marissa Mayer? Marissa Mayer from Yahoo. She was always getting in all these weird dresses and always taking these glamour shots. See, this brings me back to that. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it, really. What else is there to say about it? This is who your boss is. She's in heels. She's got makeup on. You're getting your politics and your news from a woman with full makeup on. She's got full makeup on. I mean, that's all I have to say about it, really. Let's get to some better ones. Do you guys like that everyone's protesting for May Day? You guys remember May Day? Do we have video for it? Yeah, I think we do. Look at this. I really like this a lot. I like this. I like getting the day out of school. I like protesting. I like teachers protesting. Don't you like that? I kind of feel that teaching should perhaps be like a vocational thing, like a monk, like only done for free. Like maybe you shouldn't get paid for it, because these people shouldn't be getting paid. These people are in charge of children. They're all participating in communist protest. That's nice. What else can you say about that? Is this a nightmare that we have to live through? Well, at least they're dancing. Sad. Imagine that. Okay, this one's really good right here, too. Let's go through this. Let's do a little bit of news. I like this one a lot. Okay, whatever he's saying. Look at this guy right here. I don't know if he's a mayor or something. I don't know if he's a president of Iowa. I don't know, but look at the way he's talking. Look at the way he's moving his fingers and his hands. Look at how he's moving his face and his fingers. Look at what he's doing. And what's this guy's job? To sort of denounce Jesus Christ? Is that his job? He's saying that he's not the true God and this and that. We don't have to sit there and read what he's saying, but just considering the way that he looks is enough to make me puke. So anything he says is going to be sewage. How's that? Does that make any sense for everybody here? Considering how ugly this guy is and how he moves like a freak, everything he says is sewage. That's the way I look at it. Don't you look at it that way? Hold on a second here, everybody. Yo, Ultra Z, thanks for the 2 bones. Much love. John Candy's Ghost, thanks for the 2 bones. And the flying Hippopotamus. Really like that. Fuzzy Muffin, another 20 bones. Thanks a lot, pal. The Miami Mall thing was an alleged demon appearance in 2024. Was this the one with his 400 cops? 6,000 cops? Multiple eyewitnesses and all security footage confiscated. Video from outside shows every cop in the county responding to the alleged fistfight nonsense. Because that's it makes sense. If there was something to be contained, then they would send every cop over there because they could just destroy your electronics and punch you in the face and do anything they want. So it makes sense that they would send cops there. But I don't know, a demonic appearance? What are you supposed to say about that? I guess you can't say much because all of the video has been confiscated. So that's what that was. 400 cop cars all there. Imagine being a cop. Imagine being a cop. It's your job to hide all that stuff and to make sure people don't know what's going on. Imagine how awesome that is. Yeah, I don't know what. How could I have an opinion on that? I don't know. Yo, Authentic, how you living? What is up? Yeah, if cops, I don't know. I didn't see anything from there. Agent Noon, thanks for 20 bones, pal. I'm hoping I can write this off as a donation. That'd be nice. And keep my money out of a certain country. Always a pleasure watching it. Hey, thanks a lot. That's crazy. I don't know what to say. Hey, thanks. Michael Smith, thanks for the 20 bones. What's up, Charles? Been a long time. All right. Need some help from the community here. We got to know this. We got to know this. Any good protocols for curing cervical cancer? Damn, the community is going to have to be for this. I don't know anything. This is beyond my recommendations. This is a sort of a Twitter health situation here. Damn. I don't know. No, I really don't know. I couldn't even say. People say that it's parasites, this and that, or you just fast or this, but it's a hardcore case that you're talking about. You can't just brush it off and say whatever, you know? People say that. B6, what's that? The apricot seeds? Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to go. Does anybody here know any about this stuff? John Candy's Ghost, thanks for another 5 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that, pal. That's so nice. I just don't know anything about it. I mean, some people said that you just do freaking certain juices and for a week or whatever. But what? It's only a paraphrase. Also, like what? Hydrogen peroxide. Damn, man. I'm not really prepared to answer that properly. The community will know more than me. Damn. Well, they're coming up with better stuff than I am. Let's see what else there is. Damn. Oops. Wrong place. I wish I knew more about that stuff, man. Oh, here's a good one right here. Oh, I like this a lot. There's a lot of everyone here has been wondering what Shannon Elizabeth has been up to all these years, and it comes out to pornography when she finally comes out of her cage. I really like that. You may remember her from a movie called Everyone Involved in This Movie Deserves to Die. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that one. But I guess she was known for being in her underwear all the time and playing roles of a sexual nature in movies, which is her right. But then you fast forward all these years, and it looks like she's proselytizing, and it looks like there's lies about her making millions of dollars on doing pornography now that she's 62 years old. Imagine the net negative you get from these people. Decades and decades of doing war on women and men. Decades and decades on dragging women into the gutter. And that right there, it might not even be a woman. You don't know. It's a Hollywood celebrity. You don't know if that's a woman, if that's a biological woman. You don't know. It's a celebrity. That's her role now. I really like that. Well, at least her story is not only concluded, but she's come out of retirement. Well, let this be a message to women. They could always do pornography and just always, just live their life, right? It's a nice message. I really like that. I like Hollywood. I like the positivity that comes out of Hollywood and how much it's done for our society. I really like that. Damn. Well, hey, what can you do? If she didn't do it, I guess they would have killed her. Better off dead, though. These news stories are so insane. How can anyone even... Why even bother? I don't even feel like showing the pictures anymore. Unless we got a good one. Nah, this is a good one right here. Let's get this one. Look how good Hollywood is. Let's see this. You guys ever watch Netflix before? What the hell do people watch on Netflix? This? I'm not watching that. Looks good. Demoralizing. Everywhere you go, it's a nightmare, isn't it? You know what's even better, though, than this? I'd rather take a look at this. I'd rather have this playing. Now you want to talk about sexuality and sexy sexuality. Well, who the hell else are you going to go to other than Rue's Ghost? Who is that? Is that whose child is this? Whose child is this? I don't even remember. When's the last time you saw anyone this sexy before on camera? No, that. Whoa. No one said anything about sound. Damn you. Yeah, this is the this is the one that we want. Yeah, this is now that's sex. Now that's sex right there. You ever have sex with a guy before? Having sex with a guy? Stinking like it's a fucking guy's stinking balls. You can smell his dick. You know it's a guy. You can smell it in his breath that it's a guy. It's a fucking guy talking to you. I fucking love that so much. It's so good. How can... Okay. No more time for Hollywood. I can't. I don't even want to. I'd rather look at me. I don't even want to see that shit anymore. It's going to make you puke. Make you puke your guts out. What can you say? Watch some new movies. What's that one called? Probably about Rue's Ghost. Oh, God. It's too crazy to even talk about. Won't even do it. I won't do it. Ugh. Couldn't imagine anybody watching anything new. Yo, Smata Neb. Thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Never once have I skull effed an apple pie. Imagine that. What's next? You know what's next? Who cares? Who cares what's next? Oh, man. It's a nice night tonight, wasn't it? Every time you get into the news, it just makes you so tired. It makes you want to talk about anything else. Anything else. No more news. I'm done with it. Unless anyone has anything to suggest. What the hell's going on? Well, we're just going to get prepared for alien disclosure, right? How do you pull that off? Did you ever think you'd live during a time where the government would actually be talking about demons and extraterrestrials? Can you believe that? Got some balls after all these years, don't they? Really? Well, if you're anyone, if anyone knows, if you're anyone who's anyone, you know that space isn't real, and there's no such thing as aliens. We're in a closed system here. This is a closed realm. There's nothing coming in from space. God. Unbelievable. The same Jack Parsons bullshit ever since the 60s. The same freaking crap. Iron Man's dad. Rocket propulsion. The same crap since before you were born. Can you believe that? Whatever. I think we tore it up tonight. I think we did a net positive. I'm happy about the results. We got into some pretty good wild stuff tonight. I'm really happy about that. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Don't forget to have fun. Do not forget to have fun. Space. Unbelievable, the balls on these people. Well, I think we're all shredded enough. I think we're all shredded for tonight. I'm going to hit the dusty trail. I don't want to overstay my welcome. Operation Fishbowl. Oh, yeah, so you know all about that stuff. There was a whole five plan operation to test it out and to breach the firmament and all that stuff. You remember in the 40s. In the 40s. Imagine that. 40s. You fast forward all these years later. We don't know what to do about the potholes or anything. Sorry. In the 40s. Unbelievable. What's this? 2 more? Hey, IMDK, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. Really appreciate that. May Christ be with you and your spirit. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate that. That's so nice. I really need that. Thanks. Fuzzy Muffin, 10 bones. Hey, thanks. Real talk, Charles. Your streams in the palace have been a lantern in an increasingly bleak, dark world. They can never black pill because the battle has already been won. I agree. It's already been won. We've already won. Oh. Well, keep it real, everyone. I'm going to hit the old dusty trail. Thanks for the last minute tips there, everybody. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that, Fuzzy and IMD. That's nice of you. BG, thanks for the $4.20. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot. I'm going to hit the old dusty trail, everybody. You'll see me again on Sunday for another Palace. And I'm going to have to whip up some gaming and there's some videos being cooked up here because not everything can be done with streaming because it sort of toasts your brain a little bit. Everyone, keep it real. Much love. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for supporting what you love, and I try to be a net positive here, everybody. Keep it real. See everyone again soon. Just keep it real.